Okay, so this is Act 1, Scene 1.5. The characters are Sabrina is Juliet, Taylor is the nurse, and I am going to be Rosalind. Juliet's cousin Rosalind comes to visit and recounts her party last night where she talked with Paris and met Romeo. Romeo was there because his most recent love had just rejected him, and his friends had advised him to come here to realize that he was just a common fish in the pond of life.
Juliet, Ladybird, where are you putting yourself?
Here, madam.
Ah, Juliet, love, you walk so softly. You better get you a cobble so people can hear you approaching. But guess what news I have for you. No, don't guess. Let me tell. Your cousin Rosaline will be over today.
Well, that will be fun.
Oh, it does my old heart good to see you two together. So happy, so carefree, so communicative. She's like the sister you never had. I like sisters you are, even like...
Twins, perhaps?
Yes, like twine.
Twins.
What I said, love.
No, you
I will remember the time we thought we were going to lose dear Rosaline to the fever. Like yesterday I do. You and she are but 3 years old, and she's so weak. When she caught that fever, I nearly went to hydrostatics. Why, I remember that day. I like yesterday. Your mother busted in all flustered and said, "Ah, but here comes the girl now that we speak of. I'll let you two alone now."
Good morning, cuz. Too late. Oh, is it been done already? I'm in a state of grace. What over? My party, you know, the one last night? Yes. It was a disaster. Oh no, what happened? Well, I mean, the thing itself as a whole ran smoothly, but for me it was totally embarrassing. Raz, was it really that bad? Yes, it was just so awkward. 2 things. First of all, you know Paris. Oh yes, your crush. Quite frankly, I don't see why you like him. That's not the point. And he was at our party last night, and he spent the entire night trailing him. Basically. Once I actually caught up with him and actually started talking to him. We were having a conversation.
What did you guys talk about?
Well, first I asked him how he liked the song that had been performed that night, and he said it was pretty good, but he'd heard better. And I asked him where he'd heard better, and we got into a reasonably comfortable conversation about various singers and musicians, and then I dropped my glass right on his feet.
Ooh, that's bad.
I know. And so then I said, "Oh." And he said, "Ah!" And then a servant came to rescue and cleaned it up, and I got out of there as fast as I could and said sorry. And then I was just catching my breath when this random kid comes up and starts talking to me. So I just let him jabber on while I got my bearings, except he wouldn't go away, and he was starting to get really annoying. And so, well, I told him my name in an effort to ease the tension, but he took off with it, and it's like, "Ah, Rosaline, a very lovely name. Alludes to beauty like the same named flower. A rose and Rosaline and beauty same. I can attest to it this very hour. One need but hear the name to be made glad. The word alone will do good to one's ears, but name fades into nothing to be had, when met with such the face as I see here. I here conclude and swear on my oath, the face succeeds the name and flower both." He kept that up for 10 minutes straight. He's annoying. And then, when he started talking about holy shrines and blushing pilgrims, he actually leaned in for a kiss.
Did you meet him halfway?
No, I bonked him on the nose. Yeah. And while he was recovering from his shock, I noticed he was wearing a Montague uniform. So I told him he better beat it out of there or I'd tell the authorities. So he looked hurt and then went over to 2 other guys and told him he was leaving. And I didn't have a care.
Poor man.
Then I went over to those other 2 guys and demanded to know why that Montague had infiltrated this party. Well, all I got out of them was that he'd just been rejected by his former love and was advised to come over here and see all the other girls.
Sort of to compare chicks?
I think so. I was going to ask more, but then one of them, obviously the clown, started making jokes at me, so I left and spent the rest of the night in my room.
I'm sorry, Roz. How frustrating. And embarrassing, too, when you think of the Paris scenario.
Oh yeah, Paris. I don't know which situation was worse.
Actually, I think Paris is kind of weird. He always wears his hair in his dumb-looking puff, and also I've noticed that he snorts whenever he's at a loss for words. Like this.
Juliet?
He does. Running into that other guy sounds a lot worse than blubbering in front of Paris. Boy, I hope we don't get any creeps at our party next week. Hey, you're invited. That will be fun.
Yeah, well, but I haven't told you yet what I came here to tell you in the first place. I've sworn to chastity.
You what?
2 terrible boy scenarios in one night have convinced me of something that's been controversial in my mind for a long time. Men just aren't worth the complications that accompany them.
I hope you don't regret your decision.
Don't worry, I'm sure of it now. Diana's life is the life for me.
Rosaline, love, your mother needs you back at home. It seems she expected, whatever. She wanted you to clean your room before coming over here.
I was hoping she would overlook that. Bye, Juliet.
See ya.
And see.